Like jaywalking, like what is jaywalking? No, that that thing was weird because I was seeing some how's it called? I was seeing some movie and it's like you jaywalked. I'm like, what the heck? What's that?
Every time, okay, I don't know if you've watched, you see lights, traffic lights are there, the regular lights for cars, then the traffic lights for human beings. There's actually lights there for human beings. So if that light, for instance, is red and you're crossing the road, that is jaywalking. You have to wait for that to turn green to literally be crossing. And there are, zebra crossings are always, there's no one who doesn't follow them. Whether you drive a hoopty, which is an old car, 1901, it doesn't matter. You have to stop at a zebra crossing. Whether it's a baby crossing, whether it's a teen crossing, and you maybe you're 50, you have to stop, wait for them to cross until the end, then you proceed. Whether you're in a supermarket, parking lot, anywhere, they respect all. And stop signs there are a very big deal. Also, when you're driving inside an apartment complex or going into houses and there's a stop sign, you have to stop, go like that.
So how do you get caught when you're jail? That is what I don't understand. How will the cops come and get you?
Cops are everywhere. Like it's not like Kenya where they struggle so hard to hide from people, and some of them masquerade like they're wearing like regular clothes and wakuja kushika. No, their cop will be there plain and simple. Lutamona. Even outside clubs, you will see a cop standing right outside there.
What do you mean outside clubs?
Outside a club, they wait for you to see if you're foolish enough to get out of there drunk and go drive your car.
What Abu explain this club thing? Like club operate 24/7. Ama why is the cops outside?
No, cops clubs don't operate 24/7. They close most of them close at 3 a.m. Very rarely do you find any that close at 2:30. But most times between 1 and 1:30, they always say last call. And when they say last call, they ring
Wait, pardon.
The Kenyans cannot even adopt to that. They ring the bell like a class. Ding! Last call, last call. So they say it. So everyone has to know that it's last call. So when they're selling the alcohol, that time if you go and buy, if you decide you want to be a Kenyan and jaze your meza because I need all this pombe. But if by 3 a.m. when the club closes the doors, you have not finished that, it's all thrown in the trash. They don't, and that's when cops also come to make sure there's no unruly people there who are giving the staff their issues. They come and empty the table.
Wait, I've paid for this alcohol and it's being thrown. You can't carry it?
Why did you get it at last call and you knew you couldn't finish by 3 a.m.? You can't carry it. Why are you carrying it? You're already drunk enough. The cop is outside, so you're going to be seen carrying alcohol to take where? The supermarket could have bought alcohol. So why are you buying alcohol a lot so that you can carry home? Why?
Oh, and there's something I also noticed. At the there's something about alcohol in supermarkets in the States.
It's not all supermarkets and all states. But in Georgia, they actually have a rule. They don't sell alcohol on Sunday. There's no two ways about it. They've always had that rule. So if you go to, because there they also have self-checkout. So you don't have to always go to someone and they check out your stuff. Mm-hmm. So when you go to self-checkout and you pass alcohol and you bought it like at it's 11:59, then turns midnight when you're scanning the item, it just says no sale allowed. There's nothing that you can go tell someone so then you buy. There's no hunger
in Kenya
at all. There's nothing. If you're caught facts are there. There's no two ways about it. Nothing. There's no I didn't do this. Oh yeah, your word. No. Everything there has to have proof. Yes, but again, there's no at his side like by the this. There's no on the side anything. So can they say I'm doing this.
So it means corruption is zero.
I've never experienced it. My whole time when I was there, I've never experienced it, and I've never heard from anyone, even people who live there. I've never had that. The only thing I did notice is that whites have more privileges than Black Americans, and I think that sadly is always put all over, and that's why you hear all these people who are killed and stuff. They're just shot. They assume they had a gun, so they actually have a law that's called driving while black. Like you actually just can be stopped by a police because you're just black. And can't done any harm, don't done anything, just stop because you're black.
So can I ask, did you experience racism? You, when you're staying there, did you ever experience racism?
I didn't experience it, but there's a place I lived like for some time, and they'd give me that insinuation of, when you're talking, it's like you have shit on your face, but you don't have shit on your face, but they're kind of frowning when talking to you. But they've come to the where I'm working, so they have no choice but talk to me. But that's the only kind of racism I would say, because I'm wondering why are they talking to me like that, But racism in the States is no.
Oh, another thing, food. How is the food different? Do they cook? How is it? Like here?
You cook everything, but there's nothing like seasons. Let's start there. Like the way here we say, oh, mango season, orange season, banana, and that is nonsense. That there's no time you can ever go and kosa pineapple, kosa watermelon. Those things are always there. The only difference that there everything has GMO, so it's like it's not organic. And in Kenya we have everything organic. Now if you want to buy organic stuff, they have organic stuff there, but you pay so much for it, which doesn't make sense. So most Kenyans are like, let me buy this one it's cheaper because it's way cheaper. It's not like it's a significant amount cheaper. So you're thinking, why would I spend money to buy organic? But the only thing I would say, because I know from my experience, GMO is if you just sit at home and do nothing, you will blow up and everything. So you just need to work out. You need to work out. Never be too confident. When you're raised on organic food all your life, then you start eating chemicals, your body just will change. Some people have gone there and they haven't even changed a bit. Some people actually looked even bigger here. Then there they even look smaller. So it just depends on how everything is. But at the end of the day, I would just say work out. If you don't work out, it's very easy to literally let yourself.
Is that the same reason? Like, I don't know, for me, all whites, I don't know, they run every morning. Like,
some whites are obsessed with that whole being slim and all that, but I wouldn't say it's only whites. I would say even there's some blacks. So I think it's just based on it's a personal. I don't think there's any place written, please run and do this. No, but every apartment complex by there in the States always has a gym and a swimming pool. Those are standard, and it's part like whatever you pay rent. You're not told that to access the gym you have to pay extra. No, those are part of the amenities of the place. Yeah, so you always have a gym. So for you not to work out in the States, it's actually you who's just being lazy, because you don't even have to pay membership. All you need to do is just come home, drive home, change your clothes, go to the gym, work out, go back home. So literally, there's no excuse you have for not going to the gym in the States.
And how easy is it to get a car in the States? Because it's like everyone is driving in the States.
Very easy. Very, very easy. That's the one thing, as much as I keep telling everyone, don't convert dollars, Kenya shillings, States cars are so cheap. You can buy a moving car for $400, 400,000. And it's like maybe a 2,000 or whatever. Sorry. No, that one will be a 99 or whatever. But even here in Kenya, you can't even get a car for 400,000. You can't. Actually, no, wait, $400, is it 40,000? $400 is 40,000. Yes, 40,000. You can buy a car for 40,000. You can't buy in Kenya even a car for 200K. Even 200K, even if it's the oldest car, you can't. Yes. So getting a car there is very easy, and no one judges you on what car you have. So whether you have an old car that can't move, a car that moves, it's okay, you have a car.
And how do buses, you see, like, huku tuko na Nganya, sisi, and matatu forever. So, like here, you see, like in Kenya, Nganya, alafu, skia, you have to go, like, stop every stop, and they never have, like, a bus station or anything. You just go, like, penye itasimama. How is the different transportation here in the US?
Over there, it's very disciplined. First of all, they always have a schedule. So you always know a bus will come at exactly 9:45, or then the next one will come at 10:25. And they keep time. So the buses always run at a scheduled time. If it's a subway, it always has a run time. And subway is not for every state, because some states don't have a subway.
1 minute. Please explain, what is a subway?
Excuse me. Subway are like the underground trains. They don't run on top. Most of the on top trains are like in UK. The trains that run on you can actually see them on the road. And they have a railway track. But now in New York, most North states have underground trains. So you go there and subway. But the subway is the most dirtiest place ever. Dirty. The place is just dirty. Like, I don't know. I've never seen a dirty place like that, because. Mm-hmm. If they're maintaining everything else, the train runs well, everything, but the environment there, and the rats in New York are too many. And this is not in the ghetto part of New York. It's just the uptownish, kina Manhattan, kina whatever. It's
Another thing also, you see, like, somebody was telling me, I don't know if it's true. The rumors. We are clearing the rumors here. Like, they don't have time. Like, even you'll find people are not dating because they don't have time, or people are not married because they don't have time. Like, time there, or they don't have time to sit together and talk. Is it true?
Actually, that's what I noticed a lot, because even if it's not even dating, even just siblings or whatever, you don't have time. Because if let's say your whole family, you'll rarely see it someone and say, "Ati, I'm just a housewife." No, everyone is always working. So people are always like a hamster the hamster just moves on that thing. They always move from here to here there. So by the time they come, maybe the shift I have is not the shift you have. So when I'm coming home, maybe that's when you're going to work. So you end up not you have conflicting schedule. So it's like, what is going on? So it's hard. Like now if you're working and going to school, you end up seeing like, oh yeah, but they don't even have time to hang out with this person. Yeah.
And
Very hard. Actually, there to maintain a relationship, you have to work on it. So that's why at date nights, I really advocate for that. Just special times to have with your significant other are very important, where you actually put aside that time where you just do that. If you do something with your kids, make sure you put aside just to have your kids. But don't just go there blindly hoping that, hey, you'll help at 50, or you'll help at 6, you'll die before you say all that. And life is short. You never know when someone's last day will be. So I always say just make time for whatever you need to do.
Zaruma also had when you're in Walmart, you can return things. Like, how? Give me that policy.
It's not in Walmart. It's everywhere in the States. There's nowhere that you cannot return anything. Hey, Kenya, literally, even if you buy something, like let's say I bought crisps and I bought the wrong flavor, and I'm like, hey, you have to go to the customer service, return it, then they give you another. As in, it's a long process. But there, even if you wore this dress they've worn and it looks beautiful on you, you hung out and everyone's like, hey, it's cute, but you're like, hey, your pesa you spent on it, you need it back. You go back, they take it back. Whether it's smelling like a club, whether it smells like smoke, they don't care. They'll take it back.
Can I ask you, is it the same with boxers or underwears or anything?
There's nothing you can't return the States. From food to underwear to anything, basically. There's nothing. And this is not only in Walmart. I'm saying everywhere. Even if you're going to a Macy's, even if you're going to Gap, all these shops that maybe people can relate to, there's nothing you can return.
So can I ask, can I buy food, taste it, it's bad, I return it back?
Yes, and they'll give you your money back. You can even wear shoes, you don't like them, they hurt your feet, go return them back. Basically, lipstick, you don't like it, go return. As in, there's nothing you can return in the States, basically.
And they give you money back. They don't.
They're not. In fact, the one thing I also loved, if you like, let's say, you know how many times you notice in counters, like even where you're picking an item, maybe it's written 100 shillings. Then you go to the register, it rings 120. Then they say, you think you're label mzee. They almost want to tukana you because they're thinking. There in States, if it rings up the wrong price, you get that item free.
So can I ask, the whole issue about the supermarket and people returning things, did you ever did it at one point?
Return in a supermarket, because that's why no one returns the supermarkets. You return things in shops. Like if we're going to a Macy's, JCPenney, Gap, those are things that you return. Those are worth money. Now Walmart, you're going to buy something for $5. Kurudisha is stupid.
So you've never returned anything?
Supermarket, no. Oh, but I've returned in a shop. And this was like my experience. So I found a very cute dress, and that dress was like going for $100. And I was like, I can't afford such a dress. But my friends were like, you can buy this and still go out. And my Black American friends, I'm not going to mention their name, but they're very cool people. But they told me, just buy and you can wait and then return the next day. So I actually did that. I didn't believe them until I went there and they gave me back my $100 the next day. I was embarrassed the whole time. I told her, I even told someone to return it for me because I couldn't believe. When I saw it, I was like, guy, you're actually serious about this stuff. But yeah. So it's for real. They don't take all money. Even if it's smelling like weed or that go, it'll just be returned.
Siyo ilete huku Kenya uone vile tutawafanyia.
Kenya hizi kurudisha.
Hey, another thing yenye naambiwa Uber Uber, how does hapo kwa Uber nice days care anything, but able tell us, is it the same as Uber here and Uber in the States?
No, it's not. Uber, number one, there everything you can only pay with a card. You cannot pay with cash. It's not like Kenya where you have the option of cash or card. No, there everything is card. So your card has to be on the app and everything. So just like the way someone put their card in Kenya, you do that. But you know how Kenyan Ubers are so against wakisikia unalipa na card, they won't even come for you. But there, they can't even ask you for cash, but they don't ask you where you're going. They're so respectful. They treat you like I have never experienced. Here I can count the number of Ubers I've ever had that even looking at my trips, just the ones who have given ratings, because even the ones who I don't give a 5, even if I give a 4 or 3, I'll still write what you need to work on. But the 5s are very countable. But US, anytime I've gone, all my Ubers have 5-star ratings. And it's not because I'm being biased. It's just because they're so polite. They even give you drinks. If they ask you, your nini, are you thirsty? I have some water. I have soda. Like, they actually ask you those things. And you're not being charged extra. They're just very polite. Very, very polite. Yeah.
Okay, so
They even carry your luggage. Like, if you're going to the airport, they put your bags in the car for you. Like, they're real people. As in, they're not... Huku hata naonanga mtu ukiwa na mzigo, when I'm living in my mom's house and I have like a bag, you see the guy looking like umeingia so you can drive off. Like, they really don't care whether he can be polite during the trip, that's fine, but they can never come and help you or anything. Like, just, it's like because some of them feel like unasumbua. If you tell them what area you're going to or how much, they'll even ask you, they have the audacity to ask you, how much am I paying? That is none of your business, because even if you're being given 300 bob versus someone else giving you a G, if you feel that 300 shillings not money, stay at home, don't work, because there's some people who don't have jobs.
Then don't put on Uber.
Yeah, don't go there on Uber. Yeah, don't go on Uber. If you feel that it's too little for you, just like even these short trips, you'll see an Uber driver refusing and saying, oh, it's a waste. But you're not even hitting any traffic. You might go there and get a trip that might even charge you, might give you 1,000 or even 300. You know, like even 3K for a trip, but you've refused that short trip because you're telling yourself that it's a waste. But you're not hitting any traffic at all. It's literally a trip that's going to cost you like 150. But just out of respect also for the passenger, because you don't even know who you're carrying. For that short trip, you don't even know if you're carrying an ambassador. You don't know who you're carrying. Yes. But we always have this treatment of, oh, niko hii area. Hapa siwezi kubeba mtu wa maana. You see, that whole, yeah, it's very bad. Oh,
and another thing,
those assumptions are too many.
Oh, how's it called? Child support. Here in Kenya, we don't have child support.
Yes. You can't actually just... If if you have a kid, it's fine. But the guy can never... If he runs away and just says he's not paying for the kid, trust me, they will look for him. He will...
Wait. How do they look for him? How do they know him?
Remember I told you about the social security number? That is your life.
So how do they know that? Oh, with the name.
Your job, yes. Whatever. See, what's taking your social security number? It'll show everything. Show your bank account. It'll show you have a car. It shows where your job is. It shows social security number shows basically your whole life in the US. Whether you've been evicted from this house, it shows everything. So you can never disguise and say, oh, this is not me. This. So it has everything. So basically, even if he runs off, unless he decides to work under the table, meaning being paid because there are those jobs. Like even the way Mexicans go for those coffee picking jobs, whatever. So you're being paid cash. So there's no way to track the social security number, because unfortunately most Mexicans don't even have that number. So it's not like a guarantee when you reach the states you're given. So basically they go, so if you're paid, you're thinking to get kids, at many kids at Ndohepe, no. By the time your paycheck comes, actually, if you actually go to court and you've said you don't pay child support, as in the woman says he doesn't pay child support, they have the proof there. Before when he gets his check from the job, they cutter whatever is supposed to go to the wife, yes. And that one I know because it used to happen to so many of my colleagues when I used to work at Walmart.
I think that is
they just get their paycheck, imesha katwa, you just see, and it has every detail. It'll show overtime. Even if overtime is 1 minute, it says, because you're paid hourly, so it shows you worked 41 hours. Okay, 40 hours regular pay, 1 hour overtime, child support minus this, tax this, pay, as in everything is just
can come zero.
Okay, yes. There are people even as you're supposed to be paid maybe 1,400. After child support is got out, maybe you have $200 remaining.
I tell you, that is the only thing. Please, why don't Kenyans adapt this one? How easy is it to get drugs in the States?
Drugs is actually very easy. Drugs is very easy to access. Now, the question is which drugs? If you want hard drugs like cocaine, heroin, the people who easily access those are white. White people, whatever job you're in, white people always get to those things easily. Black people, weed, any kind of ganja they can get their hands on. Whether it's laced with ecstasy, whether it's laced with what they want. And kwanza, if you do the one with ecstasy, can you imagine being horny and high? Like, it's just a combination you can't even get out of this, as in it's out of this world. Because ecstasy makes you horny, like you don't even understand how it makes you that horny. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, so there's that. But most parties you go to, you'll always find weed. There's no black American party you can go to now, you cause a weed. That is guaranteed.
Can I ask you have ever tried one?
Yes, I have tried. So I'm speaking from experience. I know.
You tried the
weed laced with ecstasy. I've done that.
Cocaine, anything, heroin?
I've never done any hard drug. I wouldn't even want to try them because I hear they're very addictive and I wouldn't want to be addicted to them.
The one you're saying is not addictive?
Weed is, it's not, to me, it wasn't, let me not say to everyone, to me, weed wasn't addictive. But once I did that, and that was crazy. I had that experience, I was like, what the, are you guys, this is your regular stuff. But yeah, because I used to hang around with Black Americans a lot. As in, I think my last few months in the States is when I really hung out with Kenyans. But even when I go visiting, I still hang out with Black American friends. I rarely hang out with Kenyans. Because just the experience. Even then, my Nigerian friends, I think they were like, they even opened me up to, like, oh, apply for this in school, get this scholarship, get this. But Kenyans always want to see you go back. They want to see you evicted. They want to see you, they never want to see you progress. And that's why you hear all these stories of Kenyans being killed when they're having a farewell party for their for their kids. Then you find they were killed. I don't know why people do that.
So can I ask you, so why did you come back to Kenya? What really happened?
Okay, mine is actually a very silly story. People will think I'm like a spoiled child, think I'm a spoiled child, because I literally just like being comfortable. So just the thought of, like I mentioned, the life there is not very conducive. I mean, not conducive, but I'm saying that whole thing of working, going to school, you don't realize how comfortable that is until you're coming back home, and then you're thinking like, Atina, I'm just happy because on Friday I can go out, whatever day I want to, I can do, so you just miss that freedom and you just want to come and chill. All you do is work and have fun. So when you see people trying to go to school, people have to go to night school, go to weekend schools, have to do all this crap. And I think, why do you have to do that? I just want to have a comfortable whatever. So I thought, since I've done my undergrad, let me just come back, stay kidogo. Then my kidogo ended up, my laziness. Then every time I go, I always think, I'm going to go for good. And I go like literally every day. I think COVID is only year that made me not go to the States. So it's just, it's sad. But
yeah, because I saw your brother and your sister actually lives there.
Yes.
You're the only one who lives there.
Yeah, sadly.
So you'll actually love...
And I'm that who lives in Kenya.
So you'd love to go back.
Yeah, so I'm treated like her last born. But I wouldn't want to go back because my brother and sister live there. Mm-hmm. I would just want to go back and just... Only because I've experienced Kenya, and as much as I've enjoyed Kenya, I still think that it's worth it to give it a shot back in the States. I think so.
Hey, you guys, you've heard the difference between Kenya and in the US. Thank you.
East or West, home is best.
Yeah, she's saying East or West, home is best. But anyway, thank you so much, Frida, for coming.
Thank you for having me, Ivy.
Hey, guys, bye. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, guys.
Comment, and please comment anything you think I've shared that maybe you're not comfortable with or you think is a lie. Please challenge me, and challenge even if you can ask me and have me here another day.
Yeah. Anything you want to ask, if you want to know anything about the States, please put a comment there and we'll let you know. Bye, guys. Mwah. We love you.